Come with us for the first part of our Northern Ireland series where we explore the city of Belfast, where we stayed for a Valentine's weekend in one of the city's best hotels and explain how we got this incredible suite for a bargain. Plus we celebrate in style, taking in some of the city's finest establishments and the livelier tourist haunts of the Cathedral Quarter. We enjoy fabulous food at Belfast's best restaurants and some alternative entertainment from jazz clubs to rooftop bars. So did we have a ball in Belfast City? Come with us to find out. Now we flew from Birmingham Airport to George Best Belfast City Airport, which means more regional flights on smaller aircraft and with a slightly reduced carry-on luggage allowance. So be wary of flying on other carriers into Belfast International, as being further out will cost you more in time and money to get into the city. So a short 10-minute taxi ride later we arrived at our hotel, Malmaison Belfast. And for anybody who follows this channel will know that we've stayed at many of this boutique chain's characterful hotels. So make sure you subscribe to check out some of our previous stays, including a converted Victorian prison in Oxford and an upcoming video on York Christmas markets. Now all the rooms here were of an excellent standard and we had actually just booked into the standard double. Now this, however, was upgraded to a club double, which was a welcome bonus and a much larger room. Now this is because for the other night we were able to nab a very opportunist upgrade to one of the best suites in Belfast City. So to see this amazing room and how we did it, make sure you keep watching to the end of this video. But after checking in and freshening up, we were keen to get out to explore this fantastic city, which we will show you more of tomorrow and you will appreciate far more in the daylight. But for some pre-drinks before dinner, our first stop was the towering Grand Central Hotel and at the top the Observatory Cocktail Lounge. We had inquired about booking a table in advance, but frankly the minimum spend was a little ridiculous. However, given it was a prime weekend night over Valentine's weekend, we had no problem nabbing a table right by the window with the best view of City Hall lit up at night. So after a few sophisticated drinks and a stylish ambience, it was time to head to dinner in somewhat of a more dubious setting. So, opposite City Hall, down what looks like a dodgy back alley. However, looks can be deceiving, and if we hadn't done our homework, could have missed this gem hidden down this dark side street. Yugo, a contemporary Asian restaurant, has excellent reviews online and is so popular they've recently had to expand their restaurant to meet the demand. So given many pictures online show it as its original, shall we say, cosy setting, we were pleasantly surprised by this more spacious restaurant. So started with some Hosin pork belly bayo buns, and then frankly overindulged with numerous courses of small plates, with Szechuan lamb croquettes next, followed by a char siu barbecue lamb cutlet, before then sharing a main of beef short rib massaman curry with sides of duck truffle rice and tempura broccoli, with a matcha blondie with raspberry to finish up. So suitably stuffed after a great meal, it was time for bed ahead of a full day of sightseeing the next day. So setting out next morning, our hotel was perfectly placed to start exploring all the sights of Belfast city centre. We just had to hope that the February weather was going to be kind to us. So literally just round the corner from our hotel you will find the Albert Memorial Clock, and as you can actually see, it's like Belfast's equivalent of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And from here we were only a short stroll to the famous Belfast docks. So, on the other side of Custom House on the waterfront you will now find the Big Fish, which is a large bizarre sculpture but made up of mosaic tiles depicting the city's heritage. And then over here we come to the river and most importantly this bridge, which you can take over to Titanic Quarter. However, we're not going to do that because tomorrow we're going to check out and move over there and stay at the Titanic Hotel. So So make sure you subscribe to see that video, but for now it was time to head off and explore the city centre. Just take a little bit of shelter here, but on the waterfront here as well. Worth noting this place, Ox, was one of the restaurants we had shortlisted to come and stay. Modern European food that is meant to have an incredible reputation. So dodging the rain through Belfast pedestrianised city centre, we made our way back to City Hall from the night before. And it's this building and the surrounding streets that epitomise the grandeur of Belfast's Edwardian and Victorian architecture. Now, given that the weather was not cooperating, we decided to head into the dry and explore this impressive building. As a government building, it is open to the public and at no charge, though not many places could boast a city hall of this grandeur. So if you're enjoying this video, make sure you check out our Belfast series where we explore outside the city centre. But most importantly, we please ask that you hit that like and subscribe buttons. It really goes a long way to help support this channel and for us to bring you even more videos like this in the future. But back to the tour in hand, although we are not big on museums and historical exhibits, it does celebrate the city's icons and colourful history in an engaging way. So we've just taken a little unscheduled stop at City Hall and it was well worth it. It's actually free to go in and have a good look around this amazing Victorian building, and there are set tours at set time of day. We didn't want to wait 30 minutes to the next one, so we decided to pass up on that, but definitely worth fitting in if you have the time. And just to mention as well, here where the yellow hoardings are, there's one of the other restaurants we had a little look at called Parisienne, and it has a lovely little roof terrace, or I should say balcony terrace, above where those awnings are, where you can actually sit, probably on a lovely day, not like in the middle of February like today where it's coming down with rain, but definitely another one to have a little look at. So feeling we had embraced enough culture for the morning, it was time to enjoy another city break tradition, a spot of day drinking. However, it appears we were not the only ones with this idea in mind. According to our hotel staff, Belfast has now become one of the #1 places in the UK for hen parties. And if this lot were not lively enough, they called in for reinforcements. So here we are outside the Europa, which has the notoriety of being the most bombed hotel. However, opposite is a very well-known pub, the Crown, but it's in a bit of a mess at the moment. Now, forgiving the renovations, the only issue with such a famous bar is that everybody has the same idea. So much like the Temple Bar in Dublin, do expect to be shoulder to shoulder with your fellow drinkers. And there are no shortage of traditional Irish bars in Belfast. However, we decided to opt for something a little bit different. We'll put links in the description as always, but the Perch can be found just a few streets back. But this attic style bar has a great chilled ambience and the bonus of a roof terrace which will be absolutely packed during the warmer weather. We have seen so many of them during our time. I tell you, if you are a single man, come to Belfast at the weekend because there are no shortage of hen parties out. So, what can we say? It's Belfast, it rains a lot. So make sure you do have a rain plan, have some undercover activities planned. We had planned to come to the St George's covered market, the Victorian market here, but it closes by 3 o'clock every day. Now, like the English market we covered in the Cork series, this is great for your artisan and foodie fans. We were just more interested in a peak, which is just as well. As you can see, and no doubt here, it's well and truly closed. They're literally hosing down the fish counters as we speak. Just a short stroll from the market, you'll find Granny Annie's Kitchen, a Belfast institution if looking for a fun night with live music. And opposite which you will find the entrance on the far side to the Victoria Square shopping centre. With its open concourse stays late into the evening, but its standout feature is the glass atrium with the viewing gallery at the top, open during the daytime hours. Now, the view was limited due to the weather and mainly only in 2 directions. However, can make out a number of the key landmarks and it's free. Life happens, but jazz helps. Think we should give it a go this evening?
I think we need all the help.
I think we do. And that's where we'll be going tonight, the Merchant Hotel, where Berts Jazzar is located. Now, the Merchant is a 5-star luxury hotel and is considered the ultimate place to stay whilst in Belfast. This Grade A listed building dates back to 1857 and was originally the headquarters of Ulster Bank. And you cannot fail to be impressed by its centrepiece, the Great Room, which is a perfect setting to take afternoon tea. So, as you can imagine, was incredibly popular and should book in advance to avoid disappointment. And if looking to stay, have more traditional rooms in the original building, but we like the look of the Art Deco rooms in the new extension. Not to mention, there's a rooftop hot tub. And in contrast to the grandeur of the Merchant, in the side streets surrounding you will find the Cathedral Quarter. With well-known bars such as the Thirsty Goat and the Dirty Onion, this is where you come if you want a lively and raucous night with plenty of live music. But further along Hill Street, bear left and you will find Commercial Court, the iconic photo opportunity synonymous with the Cathedral Quarter, which many will come to during the day. However, best advice is to come in the evening to get the full effect and the best photos. Now, these are the iconic venues of the Cathedral Quarter and should still be visited, but of course will be overly popular and great if you don't mind queuing for drinks. But if you come back just a little way on Hill Street, you will come to great other bars like the National, which are not as overrun, and the music and ambience are just as good. But after all, this was Valentine's and we were looking to be a little bit more classy. So as promised, we had booked into Berts Jazzar at the Merchant Hotel, which can be found in the new wing and has the same Art Deco vibes, mixed with that classic jazz club ambience. Now, venues such as this are not that common, but the fact that they play jazz 7 nights a week tells you that it is popular. Now, the venue does offer fixed price menus on the earlier sit-ins, but as the peak Saturday late night session, we had to go a la carte, having mussels and halloumi salad to start, accompanied with a side of jazz, and for mains went for steak and squash en croûte. However, the food and service was excellent, but the ambience was unbeatable. Though needless to say, we booked this way in advance. And for dessert, went for the sticky toffee baked Alaska, which did not disappoint. And neither did the entertainment, the Kyron Bork Quartet, playing all the classics and setting the perfect ambience, which wrapped up an amazing night. But to say if the boy did good, wait to see the room we nabbed for Valentine's. So here we are outside Samson, and I can honestly say for a UK city break, this is by far the most extravagant room we have actually stayed in. It feels a proper MTV moment, so let's go check out our crib. Both named after the famous Harland and Wolff cranes. There is also another suite, Goliath, but it is not a patch on Samson. Check out the sheer size of this absolute suite. It's absolutely incredible. Vaulted ceilings. You have your own log burner. And an incredibly large bed. But again, vaulted ceiling. And as we move around, we'll check out the bathroom in a second. You don't just get one, you get his and hers matching mirrors. But look at this, look at that incredible his and hers shower. And if that wasn't enough, most incredible roll top bath. And then double vanity. I mean, this bathroom alone is bigger than most people's apartments. So, very simply, how did we end up with this room? Well, we booked a standard room for 2 nights, but we've been keeping an eye on this suite and it was unsold, believe it or not, going into Valentine's Day. So the price came down. We booked on a flexible rate and we basically amended our booking, and overall meant that we paid a fraction of the price. Now, obviously that is a chance to take. We were quite happy to be in the standard room and they are fantastic as well. But Come on, it's Valentine's, and I think it's worth the treat, isn't it? So if you'd like to follow our adventures on the Causeway Coast, or our visit and stay at the Titanic Quarter, or even our visit to the Game of Thrones exhibition, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Or, alternatively, check out one of our many other varied destination videos. But for now, please drop us a like and a comment, and thanks for watching, and we hope to see you again soon.